I am here. Welcome to the replay for those of you all who missed it. I am here ready for my show. Nicolette Berry, Career Musings, another episode. I am here waiting on all of my good peeps to come on and hear about the topic on today. I won't be long today either, so we'll see. I hope you all are doing well. And I'll go ahead and wait just a few minutes. Lighting is a little bit different. I'm in a different space today, so bear with me as I try to get the lighting together. All right. We will see, we shall see. Hope everybody's day is going well. And week, for that matter. It is Thursday. It's always going well when it's Thursday because then guess what? It's almost Friday. When it gets to Friday, then we can relax a little bit. We have a week, next week, Thanksgiving is already here. Can you believe it? So you know what that means. Usually once you get to, hey there, I can't see who's on as of yet. Hey. But usually, when you get to, Halloween, if you all are in agreement with me, when you get to Halloween, it seems like the holidays just speed up fast. I still can't believe we are already at Thanksgiving. And then when you get to Thanksgiving, then there's nothing but Christmas stuff because then the crazy mad with all the late hours of shopping is going on. So gearing up for all of that. Welcome to the show, Nicolette Berry Career Musings. Every Thursday, I am Nicolette Berry, your career development and LinkedIn strategist par excellence. I am coming off of a wonderful book launch, dual book launch. I launched 2 books. And I wished I had them with me. Now that I think about it, I don't have them with me. But I launched 2 books, one on resume writing and one on interviewing. So if you have not gotten your copy, please do so. You can go to my website. They're up there now, irockresumes.com/books. So it's going to be right on the front page, and there are some other books there that I co-authored. So if you're interested in those, they're there as well. So go to that page and order your copies, and I love your support, and I will autograph them for you as well and make sure that I send them out to you. All right, but it was a great celebration, a lot of support. It was so much fun, and I was tired, but it was a good tired and a happy tired. So wonderful kickoff for my first opportunity to be a solo author. So yes, I can add that to my title now. I am an author of 2 books in my series, You're Hired. Yes, it's going to be a series. Doing the resume one, interview prep one, then I'm going to have 2 additional ones. One is going to be on LinkedIn, and people are really wanting that one, and the other one's going to be on career development. So I'm in the midst of writing both of those. So as soon as those are released, of course, I'll let you guys know. But today, we're going to talk about, November is all about career development. Hey, all about career development. So November is career development month because you're getting toward the end of the performance cycle. And you know what happens at the end of the performance cycle? It is also time for a raise, hopefully a raise. Now, when I'm thinking about the end of year performance performance for everyone, you're thinking about, okay, what did I do over the whole entire year to prove that I am worth a nice raise, a nice increase in my salary? Some companies get bonuses on top of the raise. What can I say to my boss that I have done that will award me the highest percentage that they can give me in that category? Now, I say the highest percentage. We can, as individuals, want what we want. However, companies do give budgets, so you have to stay within a budget. So whatever's allotted for the raise within your department or the company or section or what have you, then you want to get the most. But how do you get the most out of that? The way you can get the most is that you're having those conversations with your boss to articulate your worth. You can't just leave it to your actual boss. You can't just hope they know what you're doing, hope they've been keeping track. You have to make sure you keep track of your own performance so you can articulate that to your boss. Case in point, I had an employee say, well, I want to make sure that the opportunities for development are spread out to everyone. Now I say, well, okay, yes, I want to make sure that I'm spreading out the opportunities, but you also have to make sure that I'm aware that you are even interested in the opportunity. And I coached the young lady. I said, you have to be in control of your own career. I have a team of people I'm in charge of. I try to make sure I am touching everyone. However, if you want to be recognized and you want something, let's have that conversation. And when we have a conversation, when I go to the part of personal development, no, I'm not thinking about anything, that I can't guess and I can't read your mind. So it's a partnership. The managers are there to provide the opportunities for you, and it's your responsibility to make them aware that you're interested. That's called being CEO-minded of your own career. Now, you know, I talk a lot about that. This is not about that topic right now. But being a CEO of your own career, making sure that you are controlling your career, you're guiding your career, and that you are laying it out based on what you want to do. We're not mind readers, but you make sure that you're doing that. So now for the performance review, it's end of the year. What are you going to do? You really have to make sure that you write out any kind of major milestones or major accomplishments, major projects that you have done throughout the year. Now, you're going to do kind of a brain dump. Now, everything is not going to be major. Now, for example, just because you showed up every day and you didn't call in a lot and that you did the actual job, it's not necessarily going over and beyond. That's the basis of the salary, right? Yes, we do love work ethic. We do want to make sure that you're there all the time. And yes, there is a lot of merit to that. What I'm speaking to today is to making sure that you're maximizing a raise, not just getting a raise, because you can get a raise by doing the right things. But how can you maximize that opportunity? Making sure that you're talking about any kind of things that you were able to increase at the job, you were able to elevate, you trained, you developed, you coached, you enhanced, you directed. Any of those types of things that you did throughout the year, you can either quantify them or qualify them by supporting what you're doing. And when you're able to bring those things to your manager, you can express that. Well, remember the project you asked me to do? Well, the results of this project was X, Y, Z. Well, I took it upon myself. I took the initiative. I saw so-and-so struggling in this area. So I wanted to make sure that their results were better for our team. So I went over and showed them how to do X, Y, and Z. And this is a result of that person's actual individual results going up. And then it affected the whole entire team. So you want to be able to articulate those so they can see how did what you did help the team, help yourself, help the department do better, because it's not always about me, but what did you do? How did your tentacles of all of your experience help someone else? Don't just keep it to yourself, spread it out and make sure that you're touching others. So end of year performance review, do that mind dump, think about those projects and those enhancements that you've done throughout the year, and make sure that you're able to get those to your manager before they write your end of cycle performance review, or take them with you. I have to tell you a funny story of one of my employees. I taught this years ago. I was a brand new manager, and one of the things I would always teach them is to make sure that they keep their own kudos, because I had the experience as a direct report to my manager. Back in the day, they used to send letters of a survey out to the customers about the claim representative they were assigned to. So they would fill out the surveys and send them to the agent, and the agent would send them back to the claim representative. So I would keep them in a folder at my desk. So performance time, my boss, who I adored, I went to at that time it was called QPR, Quality Performance Review, went to my QPR and we were talking, and I said, well, do you have all of my surveys? He said, I think I got about 3 in my desk. I said, oh no, hold on. So I went and I pulled I had like 25 letters that he didn't even have, or surveys. I said, no, you need all of these too. So I made sure that he got a copy of it. And that taught me at that point that I was in control of my own career. So I've always kept all of my kudos, any type of emails that someone send me, all of my metrics, making sure I'm watching them go. I've done that for years. So I taught my employee to do that. So she came to her performance review. I mean, she had a 3-ring binder, hole punch with all of her accomplishments for the whole year. That thing was so big. I said, oh my gosh, is she going to hit me with this or what? And the good thing is I was able to recognize that she was an excellent employee. I said, well, I don't want to say this person's name, so-and-so. I do realize you did a great job, and I've articulated a lot of it into your performance review, but I appreciate it. She said, yeah, you taught us to do this, so I just wanted to make sure that I was prepared. So I was really glad that even early on as a leader, I was able to make sure that I taught my employees, because that's what happened for me, because I didn't want that to happen to anyone. So making sure that you keep track of your own stuff and don't take it for granted. Even if your manager gives you something verbally, write the date down and why. Why did you even get it? And you keep all of that stuff for yourself. And you'll have proof of what you did, because we're not going to remember a whole year of a performance. We try, but we don't always. But that goes back to you. And even me, I have a boss too. So I have to make sure I'm articulating to my boss what I've done throughout the year. So make sure that you're keeping those things for the end of performance and throughout the year, so it's not a struggle. And then you're at the mercy of what the boss is going to say. Now, prayerfully, the boss is doing their job as well, keeping, up with a lot of that stuff. But again, when you have multiple people, things do get missed. It's not intentional. It's that we're human. So it just happens. So please make sure you're keeping that. And this is another thing. I had an experience with someone who left a company, and during the consultation of things I needed to build a wonderful resume, LinkedIn, and all of this kind of stuff, I asked for the performance reviews. I said, well, send me your performance reviews, any kudos, anything like that. Oh, I don't have access to that anymore. I left the company and I left it there. Oh boy. Now, this is what I want you to listen. I want you to listen to this really good. Don't leave your professional assets at the company. Every time you get a finalized performance review, please email a copy of it to yourself at home. Keep it for yourself, because those are your job history performance. That's your whole career. Every time you go to a different job and they give you a performance review, even if they don't, it's still your responsibility to write down your achievements, key achievements, while you were at that job, so you can know what your career story looks like. So it helps a professional resume writer and career development strategist like myself to help you tell that story when you have those things already in your repertoire. So make a folder at home on your computer, hard drive, thumb drive, the cloud, and call it your performance reviews or kudos, whatever you want to call it, and send those things home so you always have a copy, just in case they may tell you, okay, here's your white box, it's time to go. Or you may say, you know what, I want to leave. So have your career assets, and those are assets. Send those to yourself at home and keep them in your own email. So when on your home computer. So when it's time for you to utilize them, you don't have to worry about, oh, I have to go back and find them at work or what have you. No, those are your assets. They're very valuable, and you want to make sure that those are at home, okay? And so again, it's coming up to performance review at the end of the year. And do whatever you can to mind them, articulate everything that you've done throughout the year so you can maximize the potential for your raise. And once it's completed and signed off, send a copy to yourself at home so you'll have it. So when myself, a professional resume writer and LinkedIn brander, when I need those things to actually write your career story, it makes it a little bit easier. And then the consultation doesn't have to be as long or as detailed for yourself. So those are some tips that I wanted to give you. So if you all have any questions, for some reason, nothing is showing up here. I see hearts and smiley faces going off, but for some reason, the system is not showing me who's here. So I can't say hi to anyone, but I am glad that you all are here. This is a very heavy month for my family. My daughter is turning 18 on the 20th, and so we're having her birthday celebration on Saturday, so I'm a little bit crazed with all that stuff going on. My birthday is tomorrow, so I'm going to be celebrating my birthday tomorrow, and then my husband's birthday is on the 26th, so we're all in November. So usually November is a crazy month for me. Celebrate not only the holiday, but also our birthday. So it's crazy. And my birthday is not a milestone, so it's not that big of a deal. But my daughter's, she'll be turning 18. So I am going to be signing off as I have a consultation with the resume client like right now, and another one right after that. And then I'll be around. So see you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Career Musings will not be aired on Thanksgiving. I will give you all a break so you can enjoy your family and enjoy your turkey. So I'll probably just put a little Thanksgiving post out there, but that's about it. So I'll see you guys the following week, the last week of November, for the last segment of our career development month. Again, this is Nicolette Barrett, career development and LinkedIn strategist with iRock Resumes. If you need me, please go to my website and connect with me on LinkedIn. You know, I'm big on LinkedIn, Nicolette Barrett, and also at iRockResumes.com. Please send me an email. I like to hear from you guys. Send me an email. iRock. When you type that, you do rock. iRock at iRockResumes.com. I love to keep in contact with you guys. So please send me an email if you have any questions or even any topics that you'd like me to cover. Give me those suggestions, and because I want to make sure that I'm serving you guys as much as I possibly can. And I'm going to have some good news the last week because I'm going to be doing some great things with some programs I'm going to be launching. So I'll let you guys know about that the last week of November. Again, have a blessed one. Have a great night. Nicolette Barrett, Career Musings, is signing off. Bye.